with specific resistance. So factors affecting the resistance were material of which the conductor is made up of material. Second was the length of the conductor, then cross section of the conductor, and the last temperature. Okay, these were the so now we'll be discussing specific resistance. Specific resistance. So we know resistance is proportional to how it is proportional to length, directly or inversely. If length is more, resistance will be more. So resistance is directly proportional to length. Similarly, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. So thicker the wire, less the resistance. Thinner the wire, more the resistance. More thin, less space for electrons to move, or more collisions will be there in very small. So area of cross section, less. So resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. As well, I can give one example here. Like at home, you have seen, like the power lines on the pole, you have seen they are using thick wire because more current has to pass. If we use thin wire on power lines, the more current has to pass, and when more current, this means more electrons has to pass. So more collisions will be there, more heating, and wire may melt. So if you have to pass more current, more thick wire are to be used, so that less resistance is there. Okay. So always remember, resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire. More the length, more the resistance. Resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section, or we can write it as proportional to 1 upon pi r square, where r is the radius of the cross section. Mainly it is in circular shape cross section. So resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. Now if we combine them, it will become resistance is proportional to length upon A. Okay, or we can write it as resistance equal to L upon A and one proportionality constant, rho. And here rho is nothing but specific resistance. This is specific resistance. Why it is called specific, we'll be discussing. Specific resistance or resistivity it is called. Resistivity. It is called as resistivity or specific resistance. So mainly I use specific resistance. So rho is nothing but specific resistance. Okay. Or we can write rho equal to R A upon L. R A upon L. Or if area of cross section is unit, that is, for example, 1 meter square. Length is 1 meter. Then rho will be equal to how much? Rho will be equal to resistance. Numerically, they will be equal. Numerically, they will be equal. Okay. It means what is specific resistance? The resistance offered by a conductor whose length is 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square. That is, area of cross section is unit, length is also unit, that is 1. Then specific resistance is numerically equal to the resistance. It is numerically equal to the resistance. Or we can say it is the resistance offered between the two opposite ends of a unit cube. Understood this one? What is specific resistance? So for for each material, the specific resistance is constant because we are taking resistance per unit area of cross section and of per unit length. So for example, for copper, specific resistance is fixed. That is resistance offered by a copper of unit length and of unit area of cross section. Understood this one? Specific resistance. Specific resistance is constant for each material at particular temperature. Okay, at particular temperature, standard temperature. It is constant for each material. This is clear? Specific resistance. Okay. Now we have to derive the unit for resistivity. What will be the unit for resistivity? What is the unit for resistance? What is the unit for resistance? Ohm. Ohm. What is the unit of SI unit of area? Meter square. What is the unit for length? Meter. So resistivity, it will be ohm meter. This will be the unit for resistivity. Ohm meter. This will be the unit for resistivity. Okay. Ohm meter. This is the unit for resistivity. Okay. Now see here, what are the factors affecting resistivity? So first one, see here, resistivity depend on the material of the substance, material of the conductor. Resistivity depend on material of the conductor. For copper, it is constant. For copper, see here, in table you can see 183. Silver resistivity is how much? 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 8. For copper, 1.73 into 10 raised to power minus 8. So we can say resistivity is the characteristic of the material. It is characteristic of the conductor. What material it is made up of, that will have particular resistivity. Okay. Second, what factor affects? The temperature affects. So for conductors, if temperature increases, resistivity increases or decreases. If temperature increases, resistivity increases or decreases for conductors. See here, resistance will increase, therefore resistivity will increase. With temperature, with increase in temperature, resistivity of conductors increases. But for semiconductors, temperature increases, resistivity decreases. For semiconductors, temperature increases, resistivity decreases. This is clear? So resistivity is constant for each material at particular temperature. Okay, and what is it? It is characteristic of the, it is property of the material. It depends on the material of the conductor. You can see the resistivity, which is having the lowest resistivity, silver or copper. In the table you can see which is having silver or copper.
Silver.
So which is good conductor, silver or copper?
Silver.
Copper.
Silver is having low resistivity. It means it will offer less resistance. So silver is good conductor as compared to copper. Then aluminium, then lead, then tungsten, iron. This way. Understood this one? So silver is the best conductor. Okay. So we have discussed resistivity. Okay. There's one more thing we have discussed. Okay. R equal to rho L by A. This we all know. Resistivity is constant for particular material. It is constant for copper. It is constant. It doesn't change whether the length we change of copper wire, if we change the length or the area of cross section. Resistivity does not change, because what is resistivity? Resistivity equal to R A upon L. That is of unit cross section of unit length. Therefore, resistivity is constant for particular material. Okay, this is our resistance. Now, if wire is there, wire we have, for example, this is wire. Now I have stretched this wire. That means double the length. I have doubled the length. As length, I have doubled. Length, we have doubled. So area of cross section will become, if length we are stretching, it will be getting thinner and thinner. See, material is same amount of material we have. If we are stretching, the length is doubled. Area of cross section will become
Less.
half.
Half.
It will become half. Half the area of cross section it will become. Yes or no? If we overlap it again, same area it will be. Understood this one? If length we have doubled, area will become half. Okay? So it means resistance will become how much? Length we have doubled. This time we can write 2L because length we have doubled. Area, it has become half. What area was there? Now it has become half. This length we have doubled. This area we have made half. This is clear? Anyone have doubt here? Okay. So
No.
resistance, so it will be what? Rho equal to this 2 will come in. Yes.
4L by
Sir,
E.
can you explain this again? This equation R is equals to density to L upon half
It's not
of the.
density. Okay, where were you earlier? I have told in class, if you have doubt, ask immediately.
Sir, I asked only. You just started.
You haven't
only.
asked. You haven't asked. So whenever I have told in class, if you have doubt, ask immediately. It has been 5 minutes
Okay,
you
sir.
have. So ask, go through the lecture will be uploaded, go through that. If you don't understand, ask tomorrow at the start of the class. Okay. So this is not density, this is specific resistance. This is specific resistance. Be present in the class, be attentive in class. Resistance equal to rho L by A. Here rho represents specific resistance. It is constant for each material at particular temperature. Okay. Now, if we have doubled the length, area of cross section will become half. Area of cross section will become half. If you are stretching the wire, area of cross section will be decreasing. We have doubled the length. That means area of cross section has become half. Okay. So now this 2 will go in numerator. It will become 4L by A. Or we can write, okay, this is R1. Now this new resistance is R2 we are taking. Okay. Now R2 will be what? 4 into rho L by A. Or rho L by A is what? R1. R2 new resistance equal to 4 times R1. So resistance have increased by how much? 4 times. It has become 4 times. See here we have stretched the wire. Double the wire. Wire has become thin. It means resistance has increased. Thinner the wire, more the resistance. Okay. And by how much it has increased? 4 times. What earlier resistance we had? It has increased up to 4 times. So by doubling the length, area of cross section becomes half and resistance becomes 4 folds. That is 4 times it increases. Okay. Okay. This time we have tripled. If length is tripled, that is 3 times length we have made. New length will be 3 times the length. Area of cross section we have decreased to 1/3. If length becomes 3 times, area of cross section will be 1/3. This time R2 will be what? R2 equal to rho. Length becomes how much? 3 times area of cross section A by 3. R2 becomes how much? 3. 9 times R1. So if we are making the length 3 times, the resistance will become 9 times. Resistance has increased to 9 times. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now see here, if length we are making, okay, half. Length we have made half. Okay. That means this was the length. Now we have overlapped it. If this is the wire, we have overlapped the wire. Okay. That means we have made the length half. Area of cross section, it will
Double.
be double.
Doubled.
This time resistance will be what? Rho length we have made half. Area of cross section 2A. So R2 will be what? Rho L by A, and it will be
4.
1 by 4. So our resistance will be 1/4 of R1. Resistance
R1.
will become 1/4. See, so by over, overlapping the wire once, by overlapping the wire once, we have doubled the area of cross section, and length we have made half. Okay, resistance decreases by 1, has become 1/4. Resistance has become 1/4. Okay, this is clear. Okay, this is clear now. Now we discuss conductivity.
Yes.
Like conductance, it was a reciprocal of resistance. So conductivity, it is the reciprocal of resistivity. Conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity. So we denote with sigma. So rho equal to R L by A. This was the definition. Rho equal to R. 1 minute. R equal to rho L by A. Rho L by A. Okay. So rho equal to RA upon L. This was the resistivity definition. Now
Yes.
conductivity, that is, we denote with sigma. Okay, this equal to 1 upon rho. So it will be L upon RA. Okay, no need of remembering the equation. If you remember R equal to rho L by A, you can derive for conductivity. Okay, so you have to remember only this equation. R equal to rho L by
Excuse
A.
me, sir.
Yes.
So this last step, can you explain once more?
Okay, just wait for a minute. This is clear. R equal to rho L by A.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, what is conductivity? Conductivity is reciprocal of resistivity. Conductivity is reciprocal of specific resistance. Okay. So first we will calculate rho in terms of resistance. R A upon L. This is the resistivity equation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now put this rho here. Sigma is what? 1 upon rho. So take the reciprocal of this one. It will be L upon RA. Understood now? Now, so there is no need of
Yes, sir.
remembering this equation. If you remember R equal to rho L by A, you can easily derive that. So no need of remembering this one. This equation, if you remember, you can easily derive this one. And this as well, it is very easy. That is, resistance is directly proportional to length. Resistance is inversely proportional to area. So resistance is proportional to L by A. And when we remove equal to sign, proportionality constant is rho. So easily you can remember that one. And from that one, you can derive equation for conductivity. It is least we'll be using. Okay. Now, different choice of the material of the wire. So depending on the purpose where we are using the wire, it's we are going to choose depending on the purpose. That is where we require high resistance, where we require low resistance. Depending on that, we will choose the wire. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you forgot to explain SI unit of conductivity.
Okay. That you can derive SI unit of conductivity. That is sigma equal to 1 upon rho. What is the unit for rho? Ohm meter. So it will be reciprocal per ohm per meter or Siemens meter or Siemens per meter. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now choice of the material. Okay. Choice of the material of a wire. Okay. So for example, first we are using wire for the electrical connections or power transmission. So electrical connections we are making at home. Connections we make like bulb to switch we used to connect, or from the board we used to connect our switchboards, or power transmission, that is power being transmitted. So what kind of wire we will require if we are making connections or for transmitting the wire? The resistance must be low. It means we must use the wire whose resistance, here R we can use. Please mute yourself. Whose resistance is low. For making electrical connections or power transmission, there should not be loss of current. There should not be loss of current. See here, there should not be loss of current. There must be low resistance. So the wires, the material which is having low resistance will be using the wires of that particular material. We'll be using wires for that particular material. Okay, so the wires must have low resistance. So which wire we can use here? Copper, aluminum, silver as well we can use if we have lot of money. Okay, silver is costly, so we avoid silver. So we go with copper, or again more cheaper is aluminum. Okay, so house wiring you have seen mainly of copper. If we do not have much money, we go for aluminum. Okay, so these offer less resistance. Therefore, for electrical connections and power transmission, we use copper of aluminum. So see here, if less resistance, less heat will be generated, less collisions, less heat will be generated. So good transmission will be there, current can pass easily. Okay, second one. Now we have to use wires for resistance purpose. For resistance purpose, that is, it should have resistance. For example, earlier you have seen the boxes, fan regulators. There were fuse fan regulators. Okay, what was inside? Wires were there. Wires on cylinder, it was wrapped. And depending on how much wire the current passes through, the resistance is there. Depending that, we have the speed of the fan. So we can regulate the speed. So for such purposes, for resistance wire, for standard resistors, what we should have? For resistors, we require high resistance. Resistance must be high. So the wires, the material which have high resistance, we will be using for such resistors. So for example, constant 10 or manganese. These wires are used. And one more thing, they should not vary with temperature. Okay, they should have the least variation with temperature. These resistors must be constant. It should not be like this. As temperature changes, the resistance changes. If resistance changes, Krish, mute yourself. Okay, so see here, resistors. Okay, I give you one example. For example, fan regulators. We are on 3, speed 3. So fan is moving on speed of 3. It is rotating at a particular speed. Now, as temperature increases, if resistance change, it means fan speed will change. That should not happen. So for that, what we should have? We should use the material whose resistance does not vary with temperature. Therefore, such resistance wires are made of constant 10 or manganese. Understood this one? And they have high resistance. If we are using for the purpose of resistance, that is, there must be resistance in the circuit, we will go with constant 10 and manganese. The wires having high resistance. Next is fuse wire. You have seen the fuse wire. Whenever high current flows, the fuse blows and it breaks the circuit. It breaks the circuit, appliances won't work. That means the wiring and the appliance is saved from any fault taking place. Okay, so fuse wire. So what properties the fuse wire should have, or the material which is made up of, what properties it should have? That is low melting point. It should have low melting point. So our house wiring, it is mainly made up of copper or aluminum. So the wire, the material from which this fuse wire is made, it must have low melting point as compared to aluminum and copper. It must have low melting point as compared to aluminum and copper. And its resistance should be more. This fuse wire specific resistance should be more as compared to copper and aluminum. So two conditions are there. Low melting point it should have as compared to copper and aluminum, and it should have more specific resistance as compared to copper and aluminum. Now see here, for example, so a particular current flows, okay, it exceeds now more current flows. Therefore, since this fuse wire is having more specific resistance, what will happen? It will get heated more, and since it is having low melting point, it will melt. As it melts, it breaks. It means our wiring, copper and aluminum wire, that is saved, as well as our appliance is saved. Okay. So this acts as a safety measure. Fuse wire, it acts as a safety measure. It provides a safe limit to the current. That is, there is a limit exceeding that current cannot pass because it will melt down. Fuse wire will melt down. So it has limited the current passing through the particular wire. Understood this one, fuse wire? Next is filament of the electric bulb. You have seen the filament bulbs. Okay, there is a filament in the bulb between two rods. Okay, there is a small wire, that is filament. Now, as the current passes, this filament is have a high resistance. This filament is having high resistance. It gets heated and it emits light. So this filament, it should be made up of high resistance wire. The material which is having high resistance. So we use tungsten. So tungsten is the material, it is having high resistance. So in filament bulb, high resistance wire is used, that is made up of tungsten. Okay. Next is heating element in appliances such as heater, toaster, and oven. So you have seen the heater. Okay, I tell you, if you have seen the heater, so as we switch on the heater, it glows. But with time, the intensity of glow increases. You have seen that one? Initially, it provides some heat, but with time, it provides more and more heat. You have seen the intensity of light as well. Initially, it glows a little bit, but after some time, it glows more. So how it happens? See here, it is made up of nichrome. It has high resistance, but there is one more property of this wire. As the temperature is increasing, resistance of this wire as well increases. So initially it glows some bit. Now this current, because of this temperature increasing, as temperature is increasing, the wire is offering more and more resistance. As it is offering more and more resistance, more heat is going to get emitted and more light will be emitted. So nichrome wire, it has the property that it has high resistance, as well as temperature increases, resistance increases. As well, temperature increases, resistance increases. So it's a non-ohmic conductor. Sorry, this is clear. So go through them, choice of the material of a wire once. If you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have doubt, you can ask. Yes.
Sir, if that's the glowing heater, then our hand will burn or that it will not burn.
Okay, it will depend where your hand is. If your hand is on the heating element, it will surely burn. Okay. So initially, as this is switched on, you touch the heating wire. So depending for how much time you have touched, at what time you have touched, it will burn. Okay, initially it was glowing a little bit, so less heat, less burn. But after some time, it glows more. So if you touch it, it will be severe. And depending on for how much time you touch it. Okay. Okay. Any more doubts?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask on page number 176.
Okay. Where were you earlier?
No, sir, I was just reading yesterday again. That's why I have it out.
Yes.
Sir, that amnometer, as you said, that we always have to keep on low resistance.
Ammeter, it has low resistance, yes, because it is connected in series. So it should not use the current. Current is not meant for ammeter. We are measuring the amount of current. It should not consume the current. So the minimum, so for measurement, the least amount, the minimum possible amount it must consume just for measurement. Okay, it should not disturb the circuit. Current flowing through the circuit should not be disturbed. Since it is connected in series, current passing through it should not be obstructed by the ammeter. So ammeter should have the least resistance possible. Okay.
sir.
And whereas voltmeter is connected in parallel, so current should not pass through it. It is connected in parallel, so we should not disturb the path of the current. So voltmeter should have highest resistance possible. It should have highest resistance possible. So very, very, very less current must pass through the voltmeter. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is very important concept. Always remember. In 9th class as well, we will discuss this one. Okay. Now we discuss superconductors. Now we discuss superconductors. As the word suggests, superconductor, that means conductors which are super, which can conduct superly or which can conduct without any resistance. So superconductors, they have negligible resistance. That means without any resistance, current flows. Without any resistance, current flows. That is, resistance of such conductors should be zero. Resistance of such conductors should be zero. Now, how we can achieve that? Superconductivity, that is zero resistance. So see here, materials, if we cool them below 0 degree Kelvin, that is the temperature is particular, absolute zero is there. If we cool them below absolute zero, that is below 0 Kelvin. If we cool the materials, if we decrease the temperature below 0 degree Kelvin, below 0 Kelvin, not 0 degree, below 0 Kelvin, then some materials behave as superconductors. That is, their resistance is reduced to zero. Their resistance is reduced to zero, and current flowing through the circuit, through the wire, it has no resistance. So what we do, if a wire is there, it is cooled down, or the temperature we have decreased below 0 Kelvin, then if we have provided any potential difference across it and current starts to flow. Now, if we remove the potential difference, then even the current will keep on flowing because there is no resistance. Because there is no resistance offered by the superconductor. So, for example, mercury below 4.2 Kelvin, lead below 7.25 Kelvin, and niobium below 9.2 Kelvin. They behave as superconductors. They behave as superconductors. Now, see here what is the issue there for the use of superconductor? That is the temperature. That is to make the temperature below 0 Kelvin. That is not practical. That is not easy to make because such a low temperature to achieve such a low temperature, it's difficult. It's difficult to achieve. Okay. Now see here, if superconductors we can use. Superconductor means that is resistance is very, very low. Our computer will be reduced to a size of very small. This much size will be there of our computers. Or the transmission wires you have seen this much thick. This much thick wires you have seen for transmission, high voltage wires. So if we have the superconductors, the wire thickness will be reduced to just a simple thin wire. This thin wire can transfer such a high current. Okay. With this, we complete the chapter. One thing I forgot to discuss, that is fuse wire. Fuse wire is made up of an alloy of tin and lead. That I forgot to tell you, that fuse wire is made up of tin and alloy. The reason is it is having low melting point. And its specific resistance is more as compared to aluminum and copper. Okay, understood? Now you have to solve the numericals. Everyone, you have to solve the numericals. In your notebook, solve the numericals. Go through the question answers. In next lecture, I will be going to ask you the question answers in class. So you have to find them out, revise them, and you have to answer. Okay? And while answering, you have to switch on the camera. Okay? So on Monday, 8 exercise, find out the question answers, revise them properly, and complete the numericals. They are very easy numericals, very small numericals. Not more than 1 hour it will take. Or if you are good, it will take only half an hour. Even
Excuse
less.
me.
Yes. 1 minute, ask again. Yes.
In seventh numerical.
Seventh numerical investment coefficient following observation. Draw a VI graph. Okay, that you have to draw the VI graph first, and then where the potential difference is 0.5, project it on the straight line, and then from that line, the graph you will project on the current. That will give you the answer. Okay, we'll discuss in 7th. If you have the doubt, you will discuss in class. Okay, so you have to make the graph first for that. Use graph paper. Okay. Yes. Any more doubts?
Sir, can you please send us the PDF of the numericals and the chapter?
A PDF. I didn't get you. Have you got the book?
No.
Also,
Okay. Okay. Though I won't be able to send the PDF, I will send you the pics. I will click the pics. I will send you those. Okay. So do one thing. Those
Okay,
students who haven't got the book, send me your name and class and asking the book. Okay. Just write the book name. Yes.
sir, information we can paper and paste it in that copy.
Ask again. I didn't get you.
Sir, in seventh question, there is graph. Then we can
Yes. Graph paper.
paste.
You can. Yeah. You have to paste in your notebook. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is the meaning of tremendously? It is given on page number 184.
Tremendously. See, tremendously, that is a very high amount. Superconductors, it is given decreases tremendously. That is, by large quantity it decreases. Very fastly it decreases. Okay, with the decrease in temperature.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now see here, those students who haven't got the books, text me on WhatsApp. Okay, just write your name and physics book. Okay, but I'll be able to
Thank you,
send
sir.
the book around 3 or 4 p.m. Okay, I'll be able to send you book around 3 or 4 p.m. Before that, I'll send. Okay, and I'll be sending pics. Okay.
Sir, can we leave?
Yes, you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
moreover,
sir.
one more thing.
Thank
See here, last year book and this year book, they are same. Last year book, this year book, they are same. So you can ask your seniors as well. Those who were in 10th class last year, you can ask them and you can get the books as well from them.
Sir,
So,
sir, this class and exams are not clear now.
See here, exams for 10th class this year, there will be no examination. Whatever pre-board is there, that marks will be taken. So they are free. Moreover, you can take the book afterwards. You can return them as well. Okay. And sir, I
Excuse
think
me, sir.
10 physics books are available in school as well. They are available in school as well. You can get from school. You can get from seniors as well. The book haven't changed. Okay. Rest you can send me on WhatsApp. I'll forward you the book. Okay. This particular chapter. Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the books of 2019 to 2020 batch has changed or not?
Sorry. I don't have an idea about other books. Physics haven't changed. Physics haven't changed. And most probably, I think other books as well haven't changed. Okay. Physics
Okay,
haven't
sir.
changed. Okay. Few additions are there
Okay,
at
sir.
last only that I can send you. No issues with that. But books haven't changed. Not evolved. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.